It's for Jamaica with a personal best. He might need another one to get in contention here. The biggest race of the young Jamaican's life. On the outside, a young Kenyan doing a jig of delight. The Commonwealth champion, the African champion, Ferdinand Omanyala, came through as a non-automatic qualifier. He needs to conquer his nerves. He'll be on the outside in lane 9. Ford will be on the other side of the track. Omanyala's not the only African in this race. What a star this young Botswana's turning out to be. Double world junior champion and the African record holder over 200 metres with 19.5. Letsile Tobogo. Could he become Africa's first male global champion over 100 metres?
In his third World Championship final for Japan.
Making it through to the former champion. Second in the US Championships. We know he starts well, but is he as good as he used to be? And if he is, it will be an incredible way to reclaim a crown he lost in Coleman.
9.86 this year for Jamaica.
He just missed a medal last year, but Oblique Seville has been blistering here. 9.86 in the heats, 9.90 in the semi-finals. The second, no British runner has won a medal in this event since Darren Campbell's bronze in Paris 20 years ago. Zarnell Hughes isn't interested in bronze though. He wants to replicate Linford Christie's gold for Britain from 30 years ago in Stuttgart, the man whose national record he took in style. This guy could be the favourite. He is the rock star of our sport. He had COVID at the US Championships. He got the worst start of everyone, and he crawled into the team. These are the nights on which he loves to thrive. He's imposing his personality on the field. He's imposing his personality on our sport. But now, he has to back up the talk with action. Ford, Jamaica in 2. Tobogo, Botswana 3. Coleman, USA 4. Hughes, Great Britain 5. Lyles, USA 6. Seville, Jamaica 7. Sani Brown, Japan in 8. Omanyala, Kenya in 9.
One will be the world champion.
Occasionally in life, there comes a moment in sport so utterly captivating and uncertain, it stops the world in its tracks. This is one such moment. This, without doubt, is one of the most open races we've ever had for this coveted title.
Set.
It's a clean start and what a race. A huge roar from the expectant crowd. Great start from Coleman, we expect that. Can Lyles come through? It's very, very tight. It's Noah Lyles! The champion roars once more. Tobogo ran really well on the far side, but it's Noah Lyles who has delivered on his promise. A great, great run from Coleman, but he's not quite the man he used to be. Noah Lyles promised us gold, and he's delivered. He has roared with the heart of the greatest. It's one thing talking about being brilliant, it's another to deliver. And he's done it in style. That was sensational. He's fast becoming one of our sport's all-time greats. Lyles, the 200-metre specialist, is the 100-metre champion here in Hungary.
Well, you saw the past greats on those big screens as those athletes walked onto the starting line, and you had to think to yourself, what does it take to become one of those legends? Carl Lewis, Maurice Green, certainly Usain Bolt, Kim Collins. You got to have belief, and you have to have focus, and that man had them both right there. Not sure anybody in the field has as much belief as Noah Lyles. He didn't get the best start. That certainly wasn't the start that he got in the semifinals, but he just kept grinding. Zarnell Hughes was coming.
Brilliant run from Zarnell Hughes. He's overcome with emotion. He replicates Darren Campbell's bronze from 20 years ago, and he's done that in fine style. And what about Tobago taking silver for the African continent and Botswana? And you know what? That race was close. Lyles wasn't absolutely certain he'd done it as he crossed the line. He looked over and he waited for confirmation on the big screen before commencing his celebrations. This kid is very, very special, this young Botswanan. 9.88. That is a phenomenal run for the silver. But what about that from Noah Lyles? You can talk about being great, but in so doing, you put yourself under an insane amount of additional pressure. Curling as we salute Tobago, and the crowd are getting involved with saluting the young Botswanan. Is the world record on now?
I think after this, you can't doubt him. And here you see Noah Lyles. It wasn't his best start, but what did I say? He has to stay in contact. He stayed in contact with the leaders. He goes by Seville. He looks to his left, and Coleman is not there. It's Zarnell Hughes. But Noah Lyles just tougher, more focused. Execution was just a little bit sharper in those last 30 meters.
What's very impressive about him, Dan, he's obviously got a decent-sized ego, otherwise he wouldn't say that stuff, but he also understands that we need to collectively, each in our own way, those of us who are here in this stadium, those of us who love this sport, we need to sell track and field, we need to sell athletics, and he perhaps is the best vehicle that we've got at the moment, because he's talking big and he's delivering big.
How do you get people to watch you? Tell them you're going to win 3 gold medals, and whether he does it or not, people are going to certainly tune in. But now Noah Lyles is, in my opinion, has taken down the toughest of the goals that he set for himself here at these championships.
I agree. I think he's the clear favourite for the 200 now, despite the fact that Errian Knighton has run so many good times as a junior. Hughes roared because he knew in that moment that he'd got himself a medal. I told you. He did, and he delivered.
Well, and what's interesting, Rob, is a lot of people would say, hey, you're the world champion in the 200 meters, you're the American record holder. Why do you want to go to, and this is the strength and of Noah Lyles to go out there and do what people said he could not do. And there you see just how grateful Zarnell Hughes is with that bronze medal.
And that is the image that will be, I'm very much hoping, will be on the back pages of all the newspapers in the United States. This is from the drone. We've got all sorts of gizmos and gadgets at this year's World Athletics Championship. So many people working hard behind the scenes to try and plan the best coverage to ensure the greats are covered in all their glory. Noah Lyles with the joy